So today we're going to be talking about something super exciting. 3 ways to transition our students using some musical techniques. Right? Awesome! So I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You. Thank you so much for joining me. And the reason we're doing this is because transitions for any grade tends to be super difficult, especially when we've got young ones, right? So it doesn't matter which grade though, this is going to apply to any of them. So you can pick and choose which one works for you and your kids and just vary it up. If you have fun with it, your students are going to have fun with it. Most especially in high school, just get out there and get going. And they will at first be like, what? They'll enjoy it though, okay? If you're these methods, they actually help your children focus because it can be super difficult to move from one task to another. And when we are, especially if they're really immersed into one thing, they don't always want to move to the next. Or if they're in the middle of talking to someone, you want them to stop, then we've got to find a way to do it creatively instead of constantly using our voice, because we're going to start to lose our voice in time, right? So let's get to it. The first one, we have talked about this before in a previous episode, and it is called Enjoy the Chant. So I'm going to actually link to this particular article where I've talked about 3 great attention getters, and you can look at the different types of attention getters that you can use. But for this one, we're going to be focused on chants. So it's going to be one of those call and response kind of activities where you say one thing and the child repeats, or they say a different thing and you kind of go back and forth. But it doesn't always, work, because after a while it gets, a bit stale. So in order to vary it up, you can use poetry, you could use rap, you could use whatever your students are interested in at that time and do a call and response for that. Okay? So that's the first one. Number 2 is sing it out. So here, this works beautifully for your young ones. Like, let's choose the cleanup song, right, from the movie Barney. This actually talks about the steps it requires for teaching. It helps the children understand why they're cleaning, and so it's a really simple song. And any song for any task that you need, you could either write one up for yourself, or you could have your kids just write it up together, especially if they're older. They can come over the rap, they can teach it to class, and we can all do it together. And once you've sang it with them a few times, they get the hang of it and they'll start to do it automatically. If it's cleanup, they'll all get up and they'll start singing it. I've done this with my son and with my students, and it works wonderfully. Okay, so that's the next one. The third one is to break it down. So what I like to do here is twofold with music. So the first one is, if your kids have been sitting for too long, instead of just having them sit there and move on to the next topic, they're going to get fidgety. So what you want to do is put on some music. I was going to say blast some music, but whatever works. And to get them moving like a little dance party, have them move to something really quick and quick-paced. So a song like, the Mission Impossible theme song or the Hawaii Five-0 theme song. Those are fun, those are quick songs, and they're really upbeat, so your kids are going to be moving fast. The next one is, if you want them, once they're done, to really just hone in on their focus, is to play some calming music. I specifically encourage classical instrumental music for this time. You could do jazz as well, but I like classical, so up to you, whatever you're interested in. And something like Beethoven or Mozart, they get to sit down and they get to really focus on their work. And if you want to play pop music, I highly discourage that. And the reason for this, even if it's instrumental, because I tried this, is your children will start to sing out loud. And they'll start to get really interested in the music and forget what they're actually doing. So you could use the pop music for a different time, for a different topic, but I would highly discourage it for when you're trying to get them to focus. Okay? Classical or jazz instrumental music is the best for getting them to focus, and then have them dance to beautiful, fun, upbeat music after that, or between transitions. So let's recap really quickly. We've looked at the reasons as to why we are using music as a form or a means of transitioning our students. We've looked at 3 different types, not 5, 3 different types. One is the enjoy the chant, the other one is sing it out, and the third one is to break it down. So if you have any questions about these, I encourage you to send me a quick message, and I would love to hear about your any questions that you have, or if you use them, how it works for you. In the meantime, remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have fun with these lessons and this session. Take care. Bye.